Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the pumpkin table runner. Now, I have already made one block and the base of the pumpkin came out fine. Matched up pretty good. But when I went to do my little top row right here, something got off a little bit. But you know what I say about your corners not always being perfect. Don't stress over it. Because, like, if this is back here, can you tell that this corner is not matching up that great? Can you tell it? No, you really can't. I don't know. This seam right here looks like it got kind of skinny. So that might be where my issue's coming in. Like, that seam got a little skinny, and I don't know, but no matter, it came a little, you can tell this is a little wonky from this. But you know what? It's a pumpkin. It's okay. Because pumpkins don't grow straight. So this is our pumpkin, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this pumpkin. And as I said, it's super easy because you're just doing patchwork. And I have a pillow because I thought about doing it as a pillow instead of a table runner. I don't know what size pillow this is. Does it tell me? Does it tell me what size pillow? Hold up. This is an 18-inch pillow because it's the exact size pretty much of my cut mat down there. So, like, you would just need like a cute border, and that's it. That's all you would need is a black border, and you got a cute pumpkin pillow. So if you got an 18-inch pillow, you can do a pillow out of it. And I thought about doing a pillow, but I've already cut all of my orange squares and all of my black squares. I actually have extra to make the table runner. So, and yes, I have a hot mess back here again. I have half a Christmas tree. I just did a haul video. I had a viewer contact me, Miss Kathy, and we went and did a little shopping today. She drove all the way up from Charlotte, North Carolina. That's a good little jaunt, let me tell you. That's a good little jaunt. Let me go ahead and turn my iron on and be getting y'all in the know. And I will have this linked down below. It is a blog. There is not like a printed pattern. It's a blog. The blog is the Cloth Parcel, and this is the table runner. And I am using about 6 or 8, I can't remember, different colors of orange that I've just cut into 3-inch squares. Okay, that one needs to be ironed because it got folded. I have, I think, 3 cream to white. This is actually more white. 3-inch squares, and then you're going to need some 3-inch black gray squares or whatever you want your background to be, and you're going to need some 2.5-inch black squares, and you're going to need, and I think I need to cut another 1 or 2 of these because I messed one up, some 1.5-inch. These are for your stems. All right, the layout is super easy. You're just laying out 4 by 5. Let me turn you guys down. Loosen you up. Turn you guys down. Okay, let me see. Might need to adjust just a little bit. Okay. I don't have my cutter right now, so I'm going to make sure the blade is in and put it somewhere out of the way. So we're doing a 4 by 5. And I try to mix up the colors, you know. So 4. 4 up and down and 5 across. And I know you can't see that all the way. Let me see which one. Which way do I need to go? Up or down? Down, I think. Okay, just making sure. You still can't see all that. But either way, you're going to go 4 up and down, 5 across. And you're just going to mix up your patterns. I was trying to keep them from touching, but I needed more fabric, and I didn't feel like cutting up more fabric. So some of them, it's got to touch. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So what's not in this row? This is not in that row. All right, so there's my 4 by 5. I'm going to scooch these down a little bit, keeping them in order just so you can see the top, okay? So for the top, you're going to need, there's my other greens, by the way. Where's my other white? I might have to cut another white. I don't know. You're going to need black, green. You guys see that? Black, green, and I know you're upside down. This is the top of the pumpkin. Black, green, white. Then that's a 2.5 inch. That's a 2.5 inch. Black. That's the wrong side. And black. And that is how, there's my other little 1 inch block. Okay, so you're going to need your white if you got one. If you got one of these in your sew sampler, the little white marking tool, this is working perfect for this black fabric. You're going to draw a diagonal line on your 1.5 inch and on one of your 2.5 inch. So let me do that really quick. Maybe if I can scoot this out of my way. Because we're going to be snowballing, kind of snowballing. The green. So I'm going to take my green. Let me find my picture. The big one is going to go to the top. So this is my top. And I'm going to pin that right there. Then the small one, I'm going to lift this up. It's going to go at your bottom. Just like that. And I'm going to pin that one. Or you can use your glue. I have my glue, but I don't know where it's at. It's over there somewhere. And you're going to sew on the white line. And I do have the correct fit there, so good. Alright, so tilt you over this way. Oh, I'm just slinging you everywhere today. Let's loosen you up. Bring you over. Bring you over a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this biggest side first. And again, I'm just going to sew just to the inside of that white line. Go ahead and take that pin out to the corner. Good enough for me. And I'm going to fold it over, and that works for me. Good enough for me. You guys know I am not a picky sewer. I'm going to take this pin out, make sure I'm still lined up good. And yes, I've got my machine slowed down. I do better if I slow my machine down. Oh, cut. So this is what you're going to have. A big snowball and a little snowball, and that's making your stem. All right, let's flip you back around. All right. And then, because I'm looking at my phone for the directions, here's all my blocks. I'm going to iron out that one that was a little wonky. My iron is not hot. What in the world? Come on, iron. That one needs to be hit too. I took my Pioneer Woman to the cotton quilt. When I took Miss Kathy over there, finally got my Pioneer Woman to the cotton quilt to be quilted. Oh, I can't wait to see it when it's done. So I'm just going to hold my iron on there for minutes. Then we're going to cut off the excess. Because I've already folded it over and checked and it was good. So we'll flip this one up so don't cut the tip off of it. Don't cut your tips off, people. Don't cut your tips off. I'm working in a very small space. My cutting table has been taken up by everything else. I'm going to hit it with the iron one more time. I'm going to flip this guy open. Just press up my finger. Flip this guy open. Whoa, that's hot. Okay. So now that I have that done, that's like the hardest part. The rest of it is just sewing your rows. And if you can do that nifty little webbing deal where you can sew it and it's webbed together, there's our stem, and it's just going to sit right back up in there like this. Right? Make sure I'm doing that right. Yes, just like that. Which you guys can't see, but here's the finished one. It's going to sit just like that. So all I'm going to do is pick up this one and go to this one, and I'm just going to sew my rows. And I don't have my quarter fit on, so I'm going to have to watch where I'm going here. And then I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to pop them apart. Try to remember where I put them. And my seams are going this way. Actually, this time I think I want my seams to go the other way, because that's the way I did the practice one, the first one. And when I got to the top block, this seam right here was really thick and it was wanting to go the opposite direction. I can show you that. This seam right here. See all my other seams? So I just let it kind of go where it wanted to go. But we're going to do these this way. I'm going to add you to you. Press that open this way. And then I'm going to add you to you. And that's why I said, if you can do that webbing technique, maybe one day I'll be able to do that. And then I will iron it all going the direction. Let me see, I want it going this direction. Turn her back the way she was. So I'm going to finish up my rows and I'll bring you back when we do the top. Okay, so I have the base of my pumpkin done, and the instructions, I got a little out of order. I believe the instructions want you to snowball your corners first. You could do it either way. I am going to take a straight edge and just kind of even up my edges here a little bit. So, yeah, I flipped it. I mean, it's a shave and a haircut. This side looks good. Looks pretty good. I'm going to shave and a haircut. So I'm just squaring, just even this side looks good. I'm not even going to mess with that side. Okay, so I have 4 2.5 inch squares, and we're going to snowball each corner. Okay, easy peasy. We're just going to snowball each corner. Okay, so I have my snowballs, corners snowballed, and actually I felt like that was easier than doing them like before I sewed the whole patchwork, because I just put bzz, I pinned them all four and just went around the corners. That one's done. And then we're just going to trim this underneath part away. And this is the bottom of our pumpkin. I did not use a 1/4 foot. I was just eyeballing it, and I think I did pretty good for just eyeballing it. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough for me. I do think it's time to change that blade. Get my hubby to do that, because I don't like changing the blades. I will for sure be the one to cut myself. Okay, so now we have our base, and here is our top. All right, let's get this one pinned on, and this pumpkin will be done too. See how I've got these going. I think this one's going to line up better than the other one did. This one I need to just barely go back over. So I shorted that seam allowance. Can tell by looking at it. Now let's see if she matches up a little better. It's a little better. I'm gonna take it. I'm not fussing with it. All right, let's tilt you one more time around this way. Slow, steady. I know it makes you drowsy, makes you dizzy, makes you drunk. Get my corners to line up. Straighten her back up. All right, let's open her up and see how we did. First, let's give her a little bit of an iron. I think this one did better than the first one. It definitely did better than the first one. Definitely did better than the first one. Okay. Definitely did better than the first one. So I have one more of these to make, and then we will have the beginnings. Let me flip you guys up. I got this thing like tightened down and I'm sweating. Can you see like how shiny my face is getting? But there is the pumpkin. So I have two. I need one more. And I think I need to cut some more 2.5 inch squares. Because I think I need 4 more to do my other pumpkin. Alright guys, I will put the finished table runner or the finished table runner topper here at the end. Hey guys, welcome back. We are done with our 3 pumpkins. I have 3 separate pumpkins, and I did make the leaf color on each one different. So the next part of the process is like to sash it, and the pattern calls for 3 by 13 strips. I just did 2.5 because I just got out my stripology and I just 2.5. But this calls for 3, so it's not going to be that much difference. So I'm just going to take my sashing and put the sashing in between, and I'm going to go all the way around it. Okay guys, we're at the end. I have 3 pumpkins. This is just the top. I still have to do the back, and there are a few places where you might see, and I used white thread. I wasn't really thinking about using a dark thread. There's just 1 or 2 little places that you can see a white thread peeking through. Like right here. I'm just gonna hit that with a Sharpie. I'm just gonna just barely touch it with a Sharpie, and other than that, she's done. Now, Miss Lauren from Sweet Home Sewing, she also did this pattern, but I think she's doing the pillow. I'm not exactly sure. You'll just have to go check out her video. And she's using really, really cute fabric. I think she's using Hey Boo. I just used different colors of fat quarters and cut them up in scrap, little pieces of scrap that I had around. But this actually went really quick, and by the 3rd one they were matching up really good. My first one didn't match up as good as I wanted, but like I said, the black on black, you're not really going to see it, the grungy kind of colors, but I'm really happy with it. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.